5 Things You Didn't Know About Bill Hader. Even if you haven't followed Bill Hader's career, we bet you've probably seen him in at least 3 different films or TV shows. He is one of Saturday Night Live's most beloved cast members thanks to everyone's favorite character, Stefon, and he has become well known to a wider audience thanks to his multiple roles in Judd Apatow comedies. But his career goes much further than that. He got a leading role in the amazing Amy Schumer vehicle Trainwreck, and he proved his talent for more dramatic roles in horror film It Chapter 2. Not only that, he is also behind one of HBO's most underrated shows, the award-winning dark comedy Barry, which he stars in and helped create. Hader has such a busy and successful career that many of us feel like we have known him forever. However, what about Hader when the cameras are not rolling? Bill's personal life could be the basis of one of his hit comedies, and we've compiled some interesting facts about him. If you are dying to find out what makes him tick, keep watching to find out 5 things you probably didn't know about comedy extraordinaire Bill Hader. Don't forget to show you enjoyed this video by clicking on the like and subscribe buttons. And if you want to stay updated on the latest Hollywood, TV, and music news and fun facts, remember to hit the bell icon too. You'll get a notification every time new content is available. Number 5. You have heard his voice in several films. Beyond his comedy career, Bill is well known for his voice acting. Some of his credits include Fear in Pixar's Inside Out, Axel the Carney in Toy Story 4, and The Wanderer in Netflix's own The Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance. However, his most notorious performance came with J.J. Abrams' Star Wars: The Force Awakens. If you saw the movie, you probably remember how cute BB-8 was. Well, Hader was behind the adorable droids Bleeps and Boops. And he was not alone. He created the sounds along with his pal Ben Schwartz, Jean-Ralphio Saperstein on Parks and Recreation. Star Wars is certainly the high point of any actor's career, but our award for Bill Hader's coolest voice acting gig goes to his role as Mr. Peanut, replacing Robert Downey Jr. to play the Planters brand mascot after his contract ran out. The actor, who is allergic to peanuts in real life, did pretty well, or let's better say he was naturally remarkable. Number 4. He worked as Schwarzenegger's personal assistant. When he was young, Bill Hader had a clear idea of what he wanted to do when he grew up. His dad had taught him the classics of comedy from Mel Brooks to the Marx Brothers, and Hader quickly became a film buff. His main mission in life was to become a film director, but it wouldn't take long until he got close to fulfilling his wish. The first step in many movie fans' careers is to job in a related business. Quentin Tarantino, for example, worked as a video store clerk, and Bill Hader started somewhere similar. His grades weren't good enough to go to film school, so he became an usher at a movie theater in Tempe, Arizona. However, it didn't take long for him to get fired. A few sorority girls rented the place to watch Titanic, and after they were rude to him, he spoiled the entire 3-hour motion picture for them. Luckily, Hader soon found a job that got him close to the industry. After dropping out of college, he worked as a production assistant, putting up to 18 hours into the job. You probably remember some of the turn-of-the-century blockbusters Hader was in, from the first Spider-Man starring Tobey Maguire to the sequel to The Mummy, The Scorpion King starring Dwayne Johnson. That was his last merit as a production assistant, but he managed to keep a lot of anecdotes for the following years. Among Bill's encounters with celebrities before he became one, he remembers selling a box of Raisinets to Michael Bay, director of Armageddon and Transformers and overall explosions master. Even more surprising than that, he was hired as a driver for John Kreese himself, Martin Kove of Karate Kid and Cobra Kai fame. Apparently, Kove, who seems to hate others' guts, was a rather abusive boss who enjoyed yelling at Hader. However, his meanest moment came when he offered to treat Bill with a milkshake and a cookie from McDonald's, and emerged from the restaurant a few minutes later drinking and eating what he'd supposedly bought for Hader. Hungry for some more anecdotes? Hader also worked as Arnold Schwarzenegger's personal assistant for his flop Collateral Damage. His main task was ensuring that the future governor of California had schnitzel flown to set on time and stand as he tried to hit on women with creepy lines. With a resume like that, it's no wonder Hader left his job as soon as he got the chance. As we'll see, things worked out pretty well for him, and he didn't have to deal with Arnie's schnitzel ever again. Number 3. He got a double lucky break. Bill Hader got an audition for SNL and met his future wife around the same time, and it was thanks to a breakup. After he tried to make a short film that he later called terrible, Bill and his girlfriend broke up, and he decided to focus on his career by taking classes at the legendary Second City Comedy School. Soon after, he created the comedy troupe Animals from the Future, along with Matt Offerman. If the surname Offerman sounds familiar, that's because Matt's brother is Nick Offerman, aka Ron Swanson. As it turns out, Nick's wife Megan Mullally was already famous, and she spotted Bill's talent as soon as she saw him. Mullally called SNL creator Lorne Michaels, and Hader landed an audition for the show. You know what showbiz is like, it's who you know. And who did Bill Hader get to know on one of those comedy nights as an animal from the future? Maggie Carey, screenwriter and director of films such as The To-Do List. They were introduced by a mutual friend and married in 2006. Carey was a big supporter during Hader's SNL days, and she helped him breathe and relax before he went on stage to perform. Imagine getting your dream job and your wife by joining a comedy troupe. Now that's a lucky streak, though the marriage ended in 2018. Number 2. He didn't prepare for his SNL audition. Auditioning for Saturday Night Live is already a big moment in any comedian's career. That's why it's pretty surprising to find out that Bill Hader went into it with a hastily put together impression and little else. By the time he got his chance to try out for the show, Hader didn't have any prior acting experience. His soon-to-be manager, Naomi Odenkirk, foretelling encouraged him to make up an impression on the spot, and Bill started impersonating a stereotypical Italian man he had crossed on the street. Incredibly, the character impressed the SNL crew and became Bill's first character, Vinny Vedesi. That is not the only cool story about his audition. At the 30 Rock offices, Bill shared an elevator ride with a future co-star. The other guy had a backpack stuffed with props and wigs, and Hader was worried to death that he hadn't prepared anything for the audition. As it turns out, both were hired, and his lift mate told him that he was already intimidated by how confident Hader seemed with no props on him. That other lad? Andy Samberg himself. Despite their obvious differences, the two would end up collaborating beyond SNL on films like Hot Rod and shows like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where Hader had a cameo as Captain Holt's heart attack-prone substitute captain. Number 1. He suffered from anxiety. Although maybe everyone dreams of being a cast member on SNL, not everyone is ready for the long hours and the amount of work. Hader's first 2 years in the show were incredibly hard on him. He suffered from imposter syndrome and found it difficult to sleep at night. During a sketch on the show's Christmas episode, he suffered a panic attack while impersonating Julian Assange, and he couldn't remember a single thing from the scene after he performed it. Thankfully, Lorne Michaels noticed Bill's problems, and he assured him that his job on SNL was guaranteed for as long as he wanted, which led to him relaxing a little bit. Of course, things went slightly better after that, but being on SNL is still a demanding job. Hader was tough on himself and held high standards of what his work performance should be, which made live television incredibly stressful for him. After 8 seasons as a cast member, Hader took the decision to leave Saturday Night Live for the sake of his mental health. If anything, his career has gotten bigger since he left, so we'd say he made the right call. Well, that's what we have on Stefon himself, the multi-talented Bill Hader. If there's anything we missed, go ahead and impress us with your facts in the comment section below this video. And remember, if you enjoy our content, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel to show your support. While you're at it, remember to hit the bell icon to get a notification every time we update it. That way, you won't miss out on the latest news about facts about your favorite TV, film, and music stars. Thanks for watching, and see you soon!